can't. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Castle. And it's Payne in at the 3, the small forward. Now Payne after the missed 3 from Black Hole. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
Here's Castle. Pass to Zohan. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
San Antonio's drawn 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's DiVincenzo. Wembanyama sets a screen for DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. Zohan, the pass to Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Payne. The 3. Castle misses.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Black Hole, and the Thunder another 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Castle. Here's Zohan. 20 points for him last game against Indiana.
Yeah, and he chipped in a couple of blocks also. A well-rounded, complete effort throughout. Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Not a fast start here for the Spurs. They trail by 6. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, they were coughing it up all over the place. For whatever reason, they could not find a handle.
Now, here's Holmgren. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here's DiVincenzo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Todd misses.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. To end the run. And it's Black Hole with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 6. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Jalen Williams. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Wembanyama, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Todd passes the Black Hole. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Black Hole's got 9.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 9. And here is DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Payne. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Gilgeous-Alexander passes the Black Hole. Williams for 3. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Black Hole's gone an excellent 4 of 6 shooting from the arc. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Wembanyama passes to Sohan. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over top. And it's Sohan missing. The Thunder lead by 10. Driving the lane. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. Nice shot from the wing.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Wembanyama with it. Last game, 26 points. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
No doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Spurs trail by 13. Pass to Sohan. Back to DiVincenzo. Now Sohan. Nothing on the board. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Knocks it loose. Here's Black Hole. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Castle. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. The Thunder leading by 18. Driving in.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Tatum, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Frazier comes in for Ty. Wands checked in for Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Gillis, he checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Perkins comes in for Sohan. Vassell, he's checked in for Payne. And it's Sexton in for Dante DiVincenzo. A shot by Blackhole, no good. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Spurs. It's an 18-point game. Here's Willis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
The Spurs come into this one following a loss to Indiana. Right side, Sexton. Great D that time from Tatum.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down.
Right wing, here's Blackhole. Nailed from three-point land. Blackhole's got 22.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Castle. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Vassell, the pass to Perkins. 6 to shoot. Let's take a peek at the league's assist leaders. Look at Blackhole, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved. And, of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And these two guys each... initiates such tremendous ball movement. It's really fun to watch both of them operate.
And he knocks down the first one. Walton's checked in for Willis. Both good from the line that time. The Thunder leading by 18 to the left side wing. Here's Blackhole, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Castle. Wallace covering. And stolen by Wallace. Out to the right wing. Inside. Here's Blackhole. Perkins pulls it in. Spurs trail by 21. Pass to Castle. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. He can't get that one. The Thunder shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Back to Tatum. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
A minute 20 left here in the opening quarter. Perkins with the bucket.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
The Thunder leading by 21. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Black Hole in that last game against Indiana was terrific. He had an impressive number of points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. The level he played at in that one was incredible. Now, he always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And the Spurs with possession after the missed three from Black Hole. Shoots it up. Vassell, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. On the pass to Tatum. Here's Black Hole. Hits it from three-point range. Black Hole's got 31.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Here's Castle. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Oklahoma City holding a very comfortable 20. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Oklahoma City?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Perkins is out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Sexton. And it's Morgan in at the point. Now here's Perkins. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana. Traps in the tray.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Williams gets the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Spurs shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen on Williams. Holmgren with the steal. Fires for three. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you know for that matchup with Charlotte, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Sexton, Williams with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Vassell wide open. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. From deep, Williams drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Morgan. Wembanyama outside. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Williams with a clean look. Again, the Thunder score.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. Vassell outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Williams.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all three levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a three-point shot.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Holmgren against Wembanyama. At the elbow, Sexton. He gets that one.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
From deep, Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Spurs have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Perkins with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Sexton, and the layup's good off the glass. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
Here's Black Hole. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And it's 37 points for Black Hole. Picked away. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And he had a good look. And Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. And here is DiVincenzo. Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. He can't get that one to fall. The Thunder have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Good on the triple. Williams has got 17.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Vassell, the pass to Sohan. Sexton's shot is good. He's got 6.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Black Hole's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Vassell. No good on that one. Nice D from Williams. The Thunder have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down the 3-ball.
That's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And San Antonio shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. It's Vassell on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Clock at 6. Here's Vassell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Vassell's got 4 this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Black Hole. And the Thunder another 3.
and wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from three-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
To the middle, here's Sexton. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. 8 points for Colin Sexton.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The shot by Blackhole, no good. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Here's Sohan after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. There's the three. A nice shot by Sohan. Sohan's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Holmgren, the screen. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping him from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And Blackhole's going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
Topic is checked in for Gilgeous Alexander. The Spurs also changing it up. Payne comes in for Devin Vassell. And Castle is subbed in for Colin Sexton. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. D.A. thanks. Wembanyama against Holmgren. Launches from deep. A shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Blackhole. It's good from long range. Blackhole's got 46 points.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's covered closely. Puts up a 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Cans it from downtown. Blackhole's got 49 points in the game.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Sohan, the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Sohan, to the paint. Holmgren with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Payne, defended by Holmgren. Pass to Castle.
2 minutes.
Payne kicks to DiVincenzo for 3. Sinks the triple. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. San Antonio's gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. They set the pick. Here's Sohan. Off target with his 3. The Thunder shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. A shot by Blackhole. No good. And San Antonio shooting has been a little ragged. Just 38% from the field. Over to the wing. Pass to Castle. Sweet move. Todd with the rebound. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half-court. You've got to do it as a unit.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Here's Castle. He's got 6. Wembanyama, a screen. 4 on the clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
A shot by Blackhole, no good. And San Antonio shooting 48% on their attempts here in quarter number 2. DiVincenzo finds Payne. Here's Wembanyama. Shoots over top. No good on the fadeaway. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
Hello, folks. Is taking a look here at the Thunder. You know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Spurs.
Yeah, they're defensive effort.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Chet Holmgren out there with time. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Blackwell in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. San Antonio with the ball after the three-pointer from Blackhole. Fires the 3. And good! He hits it again.
A 60-piece. Goodness. And it's not his first of the season.
Raleigh is tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible. Tipped away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Pass to Sohan. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Payne with it. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 3. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. And no good. The try-spell continuing for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
A shot by Blackhole. No good. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Now DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. And a miss there on the triple. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Good. Holmgren's got 6 points.
And we know Chet can shoot the ball, but I like him the most when he's near the basket.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Launches a 3. A shot by Blackhole. No good. Spurs have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. To the left wing. Payne looking around. Shoots. Good as the jump shot falls. Payne's got his first 2 points of the night.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Thunder.
Pass to Blackhole. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Wembanyama outside. Looking to end his cold spell, and Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The shot by Blackhole, no good. Pass to Sohan. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Wembanyama sets a screen for DiVincenzo. And stolen by Williams. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Here's Black Hole. And another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Got a piece of it. Here's Castle. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
DiVincenzo passes to Sohan. Castle misses. The Thunder have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Pass to Black Hole. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Spurs shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. And Black Hole is going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. A different look for Oklahoma City. Tatum, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Frazier comes in for Tom. And it's Vaughn in for Williams. Now here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And here's Payne after the 3-pointer from Black Hole. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Wallace is checked in.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Sohan. Cans the 12-footer. Sohan's got 5 points so far.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him. Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Payne. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And again!
81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Here's Sohan. Good, nice job down low. Sohan's got 4 this quarter. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Black Hole, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here he goes. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in.
For the Spurs, number 24, Devin Vassell.
DiVincenzo finds Sohan. Wembanyama, a screen on Frazier. And it's Sohan missing. The Thunder shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. The 3, good, another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire. They have full court, man-to-man defense here.
Here's Castle. He's got 6. Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. The Thunder pull it in. Black Hole's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Down low. Here's Frazier, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Frazier's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
DiVincenzo with the screen for Vassell. Buries the long-range jumper. Vassell's got 7.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Here's Black Hole. No good on the triple. San Antonio's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Willis, he checked in for the Spurs. Perkins comes in for Sohan. Black Hole with the bucket.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Castle. 6 points for him. To the inside. Here's Vassell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Sexton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Castle. Willis with a screen on Wallace. Here's Castle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with this transition buckets.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnover tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the paint, here's Vassell. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Thunder shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. Now here's Wallace. Still scoreless. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
San Antonio's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Castle. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Black Hole's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
No good again that time. Now the Thunder with it. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Castle.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Willis. Buries it from three-point range. And And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Black hole. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Sexton, no good. It's stolen by Willis. Pass to Castle.
I got him.
Outside for Sexton. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Oklahoma City enjoying the kind of And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact.
Black hole comes in for Case and Wallace. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
On the court for San Antonio, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Payne in at the small forward. Here's Castle. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Just 4 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Over Topic. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
A shot by Blackhole, no good. Now here's DiVincenzo. D right on him. Going inside, and he dunks it down.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Tatum against Wembenyama. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a galley win for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight Guys will push their win column up to 55.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Black Hole.
Yeah, we witnessed a special performance tonight. It's not just the triple-double, it's the example he set out there. Outstanding leadership.
Here's Wembanyama, and he gets it to go from the high post.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the length to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building